Welcome back, guys, to this week's special edition of Nature Watch. So you might notice that it's a little bit darker, the sun is setting. This week we are going to be looking at what animals come out at night.
So tonight, guys, we are going to be looking for a fox, a moth, a badger, a bat, a hedgehog and an owl. Now these are very tricky to find, guys, so if you find any of these then you've done a tremendous job. So let's see what we can find.
Okay guys, so it's late evening now, so you don't have to be too dark. Just make sure you don't go out too late, and if you do, make sure you take a parent or guardian with you. But you can also do this from your own garden or the front of your house and your street, and just keep an eye out, and that's what I'm going to be doing in a little while. Okay guys, so we are on the lookout for bats. So bats come out around this time just after the sunset, and they'll be after eating flies and little insects in the air. So you might see them swooping down, but you've got to be really vigilant to see a bat because it's dark and they're very quiet. So fingers crossed. Okay guys, so we've just seen a bat flying overhead. It's going along this section. Is just here now. It might just come back along here. It's after the flies that I have to switch that way. Okay guys, so you can see the bat here. He's circling round just near the trees where the whoops, he flew right past me. Just went up there. There he goes again. And he's flying through, catching little moths, flies that are flying just above the tree line. Wow. Can you see him? So here he comes again. He's just swooping down, catching all those little bugs and stuff in the air. So this is his tea time. So we've just switched over to this side so you can see him better in the light. So he's swooping through here, picking all the insects and the bugs in the air. And he uses these wings, he uses the echolocation bats use, so it's like a sixth sense. It sends out these little vibrations and he can sense where these insects are in the air. So he sends out these sound waves into the air, and it goes through the air and hits the insects and bounces back to the bat, and he can almost sense the distance and lock down on where the exact location of that bug is, and then he can swoop down, fly in and get them and eat them. There he goes again. One off the checklist already, so we're really pleased with that, because to see a bat is really rare. It's difficult to catch them at the right time of night, and they're very hard to spot as well. So it's a smashing job. We've got one down. Let us know if you catch a bat, because if you do, you've done a fantastic job.
Okay guys, so here we have a fox. We couldn't actually find one in the wild, so we had to resort to provide some images from the internet. But let us know if you can find a fox. They're usually found out near the fields in the countryside, but they can also be spotted in the towns and cities because they'll scavenge from all the rubbish produced by humans. So I'm here in my garden, guys. I have switched my outdoor light on to attract some moths, and you can see them just flying around the light, and they are attracted to the light for some reason. Okay guys, so next on the list is a hedgehog. Unfortunately we didn't see these in the wild. They are actually endangered, so they're very rare, so if you do see them in the wild, that's a big well done. Next up is the badger, guys. Now these are very, very rare. If you see a badger, you've done extremely well. Unfortunately, we couldn't find one in the wild, so here's some pictures for you. But please let us know if you find one, because that is amazing.
Sounds like an owl. Okay, guys, so we've just heard what we think is an owl in the distance. So we're gonna try and listen out. It sounded like it was off in the distance over here. So it might be this. Right, so we think there's an owl over in the tree over here, and it's been hooting every so often. Hopefully we'll hear it again, but can't really see at the moment. But I'm sure it is a barn owl that we're listening to. So these will be, in the trees, and they'll come out now at night, and they'll try and eat rodents like mice, rats, and they'll try and swoop down, grab them from the fields, and if they have young, they'll try and obviously give them mice and feed their young with that. So I can't hear anything now, but it's somewhere over there. Hopefully we might be able to get a better look at it if we can track it down and actually see it in the tree. But like I say, it's very, very difficult to track them down. It's very dark, and we don't know where exactly it is, but we can have a look. So let's try and move up and see what we can find.
So we heard one, but we did not see one. So I have consulted Google to help us out with this, and so we can see an owl. So them noises that we heard in the distance will have been an owl such as this. This is a barn owl that we find in the countryside in our own country, and it's probably, most likely, the one that we heard.
So there we have it, guys. Nature Watch's special edition, the nighttime edition. We have done it. We only got 3, unfortunately, out of 6, but I think 50% is pretty darn good for doing the nighttime animals that are very difficult to get. So let us know how many you got. Even if you got 1, that is a really good effort, because these nighttime animals are very hard to track down. So join us next week for Nature Watch, another normal list next week, and then we'll have another special edition coming to you very soon.